Me and you love a good crab cake, oh my gosh. This one is from Egg Harbor. You're getting 10 of the 4-ounce premium jumbo lump crab cakes. They're $149.98. Your 5 easy payments here, $30. M134492. So we're talking about meaty. 78% of this is jumbo lump crab meat. That is huge. And we're talking about from a brand that is a Customer Choice Food Award winner for Best Fish for 5 years in a row. So we love Egg Harbor. It's the seafood division of Ristelli's that we love as well. And so really excited because we have Father's Day coming up. I send these to my uncle every year for Father's Day. I've sent them to my aunts every year for Mother's Day. Even my own husband rations them out. And so I get them on auto delivery, which I suggest you do the same. That way you are never without these every 60 days from 1 year, for a year. There are 2 ship dates. You can get them home right now, or you can get them shipped to you the week of, I keep saying January. Why do I want to go back? No, June 23rd, which is perfect for July 4th. So if you're having a fun little cookout or a little brunch or something for then, get them then. But I would say get them now. We're brunching. We're having graduation parties, all of these things happening in the next few weeks, and you are going to want to get these 10, and they're massive. They are 4 ounces. Brittany Ristelli is here with me to talk about these crab cakes. She knows that I love them so much. We literally just spent 15 minutes before we came on air talking about how much I love these crab cakes. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I was so happy to hear that your husband was rationing them.
He was rationing them out. I told him, make the crab cake, honey.
Have the crab cake.
But these are so good.
I love that he did that because it is a special crab cake, and I think that's why.
Yes.
These are premium crab cakes. So we're using jumbo lump crab meat and a little bit of back fin meat and special meat. We mix that together with some really premium ingredients. So we have just a little bit of eggs, a little bit of Dijon mustard, a tiny bit of mayonnaise, and then just some simple breadcrumbs and seasoning to hold everything together. We take these giant jumbo lumps.
This. Do you see this? This is what's going into the crab cake. Yeah. Jumbo lump crab meat. If you were to go and buy this at a grocery store, do you know how expensive that is?
Yes.
And it would not go as far as giving you 10 crab cakes, 4 ounces. Good luck with that.
Exactly. And we fold these in at the very end just to eliminate as much breakage as we can, because the jumbo lump crab meat is very delicate. And then we take extra lumps and we top your crab cake with them as well. So they're small boutique batches, handmade, hand-picked blue crab. And then they get individually packaged and blast frozen for you to cook at home in a couple different ways.
Yeah, and that's the best part. I love that they're individually packaged because now I don't have to worry about wasting. It's just me and my husband. My daughter's off at college, so it's just us. So when we just want 1 crab cake, 2 crab cakes, we can just go in there and get them. And there's such a variety of ways to make these. Now, let's talk about the crab, because that's the star of the show, right?
That is the star of the show.
Where do you get this? I think we have a video of like how this was really cool. I watched this earlier.
Yes, this is one of the sources that Egg Harbor uses. This is actually right off the coast of Egg Harbor, New Jersey. I got the opportunity to go crabbing with my friend Doug. He explained the whole experience for me. They cast the pods out, they catch the crabs, they pull them up, and they make sure that they are up to par for our standards. We use those crabs to hand pick the jumbo lumps out. There are only 2 jumbo lumps per crab.
Wow.
So imagine how many crabs we need to go through to make a jumbo lump crab cake.
Right.
Right here's one of the restaurants that we work with. They use these crab cakes instead of hand making them because A, it saves time, and B, it really is such a specialty, sought after product of ours. So you can now do this at home and prepare them in a matter of minutes.
And not pay $50 like you just paid in the restaurant, because that's gonna be a $50 meal in that restaurant. I know it, I love crab cakes, and a lot of the times when I would order them in the restaurants, first of all, you're taking a chance. You don't know what's in it. Is it all crab? Is it filler? With these, you know what's in it, and that's why I like these. So the fact that restaurants use these, smart move.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, just showcasing the 78% crab meat here, the ingredients that we mix the crab with, we don't even call that filler. We actually just call it the ingredients that hold it together. So here, one crab cake I mixed with a little bit of the center of a baked potato, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of sour cream. This recipe, along with several others, are on QVC.com under the Egg Harbor crab cake.
Nice.
But you can actually take your crab and then fill your baked potato. These make three large ones, so you can even go a little further if you'd like. So one crab cake would actually make 3 of these.
Whoa.
I'll generously fill this so everybody can see what's left over in my bowl.
Nice.
Just doing this.
That's a lot. Look at that.
Look
and
at
these
that.
are stuffed, okay? That's a lot. Rachel, come on in here. I'm gonna give you a crab cake. Brittany, I think we need to check your microphone.
We're gonna check Brittany's microphone,
And
I am
I'm gonna
ready
give you,
for
here you
a
go.
crab cake.
That's for you.
This is amazing. Okay.
That, you,
This is my first time
do you
trying
want some
them.
sauce?
Yeah, well, okay.
I'm gonna
so
sauce her.
before the show,
gonna sauce
Monifa
her.
was raving
I'm gonna put it on the side just
about
in
the
case.
sauce.
You have to get
So
the sauce. You
okay,
can buy
so
it
I'm
on
gonna take
QVC.com.
one bite without the sauce,
Yeah,
and then
do
I'll
one
take
bite
a bite
without the
with
sauce
the
and then one
sauce.
bite with the remoulade.
Right away, I'm seeing the total amount of crab that you're getting. If you have ever been to a seafood restaurant and you've ordered a crab cake, you know how much breading you get.
It's hard.
And then there's like a little
That's why I
tiny
don't
piece
get
of crab.
them a lot of times when I go to restaurants because I'm so afraid of all the filler. And so I'm always asking, is there a lot of
Okay.
filler in it?
Right.
These,
And they're not usually going to answer you when
It's
you ask
true.
that. They're going
It's
to say
true.
no.
Yeah.
But this, you get the wonderful amount of jumbo lump crab. Then you get on the top, you even get more of that crab. I'm
all
going to try it with the sauce.
in through this cake, the remoulade. The remoulade.
Okay.
Get some of the remoulade.
That is
home.
great
It's
with
really,
it.
really good. I mean, look, it's crab
It's
through
crab.
and through
Yep,
and
that's all you
through
taste.
that cake.
And then a little bit of that seasoning in such a beautiful way.
They're the best. When I send these, I was saying this earlier, I send these every year for Mother's Day, every year for Father's Day. I didn't send them this year for Mother's Day, right? Because the TSV came after Mother's Day this year.
Right.
But I am definitely sending these to Father's Day to my uncle. I send these to him every year. And so everybody's always excited. And I get them on auto delivery. And what I do is I rotate through my family. So
I
one
love
month,
that.
my uncle got them for Father's Day. Then like the next shipment, I gave it to like my aunt. So I just use that shipment as the one to give to everybody.
So smart.
Yeah.
And
really
this is a
good.
wonderful gift, and it arrives at their front door.
That's right.
And they think, oh, what is this? And then they see, oh, Monifa sent me this delicious crab cake that is the premium,
Yeah.
78% of that crab meat in here. It's really amazing.
And I know how to cook a crab cake. Did I tell you that? I
No.
actually know how to make these from scratch. It's tedious.
I was going to say, how long
and
does it take you?
expensive. If I'm honest about it, it's really expensive. So to get 10 of these, they're $15 a cake. If you look at it like that, that is amazing because like I said, if you go to a restaurant, it's literally $30 to $50. For that, and you're not gonna get 2 probably, you'll get 1.
Yes. This is a beautiful brunch. Let's say, Dad,
Woo!
my egg has fallen off every single time.
Runaway egg.
It is. It's just so beautiful
Yeah.
to have something like this for Father's Day. Let's say Dad loves to grill,
Mm-hmm.
right? Maybe he wants to be on the grill and enjoys that, but you still want to do something special for him.
Yeah.
A breakfast would be incredible too.
I
with
love
products
that. And
like
I'm not
this.
gonna leave this one little crab cake hollandaise sauce less. So even though the egg fell off, we're gonna go ahead and sauce that one up too. That's
Exactly.
good. And then, so let's talk about preparation.
Yes.
So you can cook these from frozen or you can thaw them.
Yes, so if you thaw them out, we recommend the sauteed method. So you can just on either side about 5 or 6 minutes. If you cook them from frozen right into your oven, 25 minutes.
Nice.
Right into the air fryer, about 17 minutes. And I'll tell you, last night we had a caller that let us know that she actually puts hers in for 11. She bumps the temp all the
Oh,
way
yeah,
up.
yeah.
And thought that they worked out perfectly that way. So there's
Yeah.
so many different ways you can prepare these depending on your time.
Yeah.
I personally love the oven because it gives me the time I need to set the table
Of course.
and get my side ready.
And it comes with this little cooking guide too, which I think is really nice. So it tells you, look at lovely Brittany on the cover. I mean, come on, look at that. But look, it's super good because if you're wondering like, what do I do with these? How do I cook them? It tells you not only about the crab cakes, but all the other seafood. It gives you tips. It gives you some fun little recipes in here. Really just an easy way to have some versatility to your wardrobe. I was gonna say to your wardrobe, but some versatility to your dinner. So you go, crab cakes, all right? I saute it, I know that. Or I can bake it, I know that. What else can I do with it? A crab cake sandwich, hello, please, yes, and thank you.
Yeah, we had our baked potatoes earlier. We had our brunch. We can make it really casual with just a traditional classic crab cake sandwich. We have the remoulade.
Yes, the
available.
remoulade. I just exposed Rachel to that remoulade sauce for the first time. It is so good. You can get that on QVC.com if you want. But get this on auto delivery. I am telling you, you will be so happy you did, because what's going to happen is you're going to eat all your crab cakes over the summer, and then fall and winter is going to come, and you're going to go, oh, I really wish I had those crab cakes. And they don't have them in the wintertime. So unless you get them on auto delivery, that's the only way you can secure these, getting them over the next year, which I think is perfect. But look at those lumps of crab.
Exactly. They're individually packaged and blast frozen for you. So every single one is going to be the perfect 4-ounce portion that looks just like this. You cook it, oven, saute pan, or air fryer, and your experience is just that really smooth, sweet flavor of the crab versus all the fillers that you find in some other crab cakes. There's not going to be those peppers, the celery, and overflux of breadcrumbs. The breadcrumbs really are just
I don't
in
even
here.
taste the breadcrumbs.
They're just holding it together.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I don't even taste
purpose.
them. Yeah, I literally don't even taste the breadcrumbs. All I taste is crab. So today, over 4,400 of these have been picked up. A lot of people taking advantage of auto delivery. You want to do that. You're getting 10 of these, and they're 4 ounces. And you will be surprised at how far a 4-ounce crab cake will go. To me, it's the perfect portion size, but maybe you want to bump it up and make it a sandwich. Maybe you want to bump it up and do like a surf and turf. I love what you're doing now. Like, this is what my husband would die for. These little mushrooms stuffed with crab, come on.
So this is something that you could do with just one crab cake. The smaller mushrooms will make about 12 of these.
Wow.
So this is a Christmas Eve recipe that I do every year. I defrost one crab cake and I have about 12 little mushrooms. And then I'll make a dozen of these just because we have so many things on the 7 fish tradition that we follow. So this is one that I do every year. It takes a few minutes. I take my crab cake, I defrost it, I stuff the mushroom.
Nice.
I go to my oven.
Yes.
We get the finished product. I usually will have a little dipping sauce of remoulade, and then we're finished.
Look at that.
So that is definitely one recipe that you can use, and you don't even need to follow the directions. That's all you do.
I think one of my favorite things to do with the crab cakes is to make that crab dip. I love a dip, okay? I'm all about dipping. When I dip, you dip, we dip. And so I love a good crab dip. And so to make these with a crab dip, I think is so good. And then I know this is probably one of your favorite ways because you love the air fryer like I do.
I love my air fryer, and we
From
love
frozen in the air
Exactly.
fryer.
I mean, this plate just impresses me so much because this looks like a restaurant surf and turf.
Yeah.
We have our bacon wrap filet that's also individually packaged, the crab cake, some asparagus, and that's it.
Yeah.
You're finished.
I serve these to my friends. This is one of those things where if I have friends coming over for dinner, and it could be like one of those spontaneous things, and I want to impress them, I throw a couple of these in the oven, and they are highly impressed because they're easy to prepare, and I didn't have to do all that labor. Like, picking out crab is tedious. Like I said, I know how to make crab cakes. I've done it. I don't do it often anymore because I get these, and I keep them coming on auto delivery. So love that you have the crab dip that I was just talking about. Look at that. What did you put in that?
This is the impromptu crab dip. I actually created this at home one night just for fun to see how it was. We have cream cheese, a little bit of shredded cheese, and the crab cake defrosted with just a little bit of sour cream.
I would throw some
And that's it.
artichoke hearts in there.
Yes.
Or maybe
Love
even
that.
a little spinach, if you want like a little spinach crab dip. There's so much you can do with these crab cakes. Trust me, you want to get them on auto delivery. They're $30 on an easy pay. Remember, you can only get this price today. The price goes up $32 after today. So take advantage of that. All 10 of these coming to you individually frozen. So now you can just have one at a time. Just pick your ship date. Do you want them now? Or do you want them the week of June 23rd? But get them and grab them on auto delivery if you can. It's M134492 for your jumbo lump crab cakes. Brittany, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I know we'll see Brittany a little later on. I'm gonna step over here because I think we're gonna talk about my shirt. This cute little